Hello and welcome back to Song Surveys on Sofas with Superheroes, the sub-series. So this week, last week we did an old songs. This week we're gonna do a new song. I'm really excited about this band because they're local to Washington, D.C., which is where I'm living right now, or in the area. So yeah, it's pretty cool that I get to kind of do a little shout out to this area. All right, so the song is Room for You by Sub Radio, and let's get into it. So the lyrics and music start at the same time. It's really like simple music. It's very like soft, and the music stays fairly simple throughout the first verse. And really, there's only like one instrument that gets added halfway through the first verse, so it doesn't really change until the chorus comes in. But let's talk about the first verse. So I really love the first verse. It kind of like sets up the story of the song. So this song is about these two individuals who used to be in love, but they haven't like seen or talked to each other in a long time, and they kind of see each other for the first time after a while. So I really like it because they make reference to like them being a sailboat. And then 2 lines later, they bring it back, and I love the line, "I crash land, none of my instruments make sense." So I just like really love that visual, and I also love the use of the way that the word "I" is actually saying. So it's like held for a longer time, and it definitely adds like this dynamic touch to it. So they actually do that quite a bit, right? So the way they sing the lyrics definitely impacts like the way that the sound of the song is, and it's fantastic. I really like the choices that they made in terms of that. And again, I just like really like the image of like the whole sailboat thing, and I like that they kind of didn't do sailboat line. I like that they talked about sailboat, did a couple lines, and then kind of brought it back. So I like that. I like when songs kind of like tell the whole story, and then you listen to the beginning so that you can kind of understand the end. So I really like that. So I thought that was a good touch. So then the music changes, and there's a much like more quick like staccato sound, which I love. That's like one of my favorites when songs do that. And so I'm gonna call this the pre-chorus, but really it's like the pre-chorus. I guess technically, I'm not really sure what to call it. But anyway, this talks about their relationship when they were 17, and so then like again this like staccato part ends, and then the whistling begins, which I really like that touch too. I think that's a cool thing. I like when bands kind of have that whistle to it. And so then the actual pre-chorus starts, and the line that I love is, "It's okay, maybe not forever, but we got today." And yeah, and I love again the way they sing "okay" is really fantastic. So I really like the way that they are not the words, but I also like the way that they're singing certain words too. So I also just love like, so it's okay, right? Like, listen, today we can do whatever, like who cares if it's not forever? Like right now we have this moment, and we should just like enjoy it. So I do kind of like that. And I also really do kind of like that, especially because I know that can be kind of like difficult if you're talking about a past relationship, right? You're like, it's like that whole like no strings attached, or like, just like friends with benefits thing. It's really hard when you've already had this like deep connection with somebody, and then you kind of are like, well, you know what, let's just like do this now, and like we won't even, like, who cares if it doesn't last forever? But I think it's harder when you have known the person and have had a relationship with that. So I do kind of like that idea of like, maybe it's not as easy, but that's like the whole point of the song, right? It's like, look, we've had this past, and I'm telling you now that like it's okay, and I think we should just like enjoy today, and if it happens, it happens. Which again, I think when you're like in a normal new relationship, that's like, I don't know. I just think that that's an interesting concept for an old flame or fling versus just like in a relationship with someone who's new, who you have not had this intense history with. But anyway, so then the music changes again, and the chorus starts, and I really like love the message here. And again, I think maybe this goes back to that like it's okay, maybe not forever line. But the line is, "We're not in love, but we make do. I know my heart's got room for you." So again, it's like he's not like being like this naive, like, oh my God, we had such a great time, like we should do this again, and like you just be in this like wonderful moment. It's like, listen, we're not in love, and like, yeah, like we like make it through like the day, and like we are like doing it, but like I know that my heart will always have room for you. So I like that, like, yeah, he's like realistic about the fact that they are not going they're not in love for like right now, but there's also like this kind of hopeful message that's like, well, I mean, my room has heart, and my heart has room for you, so like I know that maybe this could work in the future, or like, I don't know, but also like even maybe not in like a lovey-dovey way, right? Like, listen, we're not in love, but I can still support you, I can still be your friend, right? Because there is always going to be a piece of me that like is able to, you know, empathize with you and like understand where you're going through. So I do like that line. I think it's a good one. So yeah. So then there's this part. So the first time I listened to the song, I was really excited about this color thing, because they talk about color in the chorus, and the line is, he's talking about the fact that it's clear as the skies are shades of blue. So it's like, really loved, first of all, I love blue. It's my favorite color, and the fact that we're talking about sky and shades of blue, I just really liked it. But I also thought that it was cool because so in the second verse, after the music drops and the second verse starts, they kind of mention the colors thing again. And so it's colors I've never seen before dancing across your face. So I like the idea of like, you're like, listen, this is clear as blue. Like these shades, clear as the sky is blue. Like I know this for a fact. But then I do kind of like the idea that like there are these other shades of color that I've never seen before that are like dancing across your face. So I like that it's like, wait a minute, am I actually like, is it clear? Like, is this like from like, the sky is blue, right? And it's like, but now all of a sudden I'm seeing different colors, and it's not the same color that the like normal sky would give your face. So I know I feel like I'm like stretching it and kind of like making this weird connection with two things that don't connect. And if you think that, please let me know. But I do think it's interesting, like to think about, okay, so we're talking about all of these shades of blue, like just, you know, like dark blue and light blue and medium blue and royal blue and all these different things. And then he specifically says colors I've never seen before. So I really do hope that those are connected, and really like the idea that they're connected. And so I think you can almost look at it as in like, now he's starting to doubt himself, right? He was so sure, I am sure as the sky is blue. And then all of a sudden he's like, wait a minute, I'm seeing all these different colors. But I think it can also go the other way too. And I think it's maybe less of like, and I'm doubting myself. And it's like, hey, listen, I am sure as blue that this chorus, the things that I'm singing in this chorus are true. But now I'm seeing all these different colors on your face. And now I'm thinking, well, maybe this is like a different, like this time around it's going to be different, right? So like this stuff that I was just talking about before the chorus is clear as the sky is blue. But now all of a sudden I'm seeing these different colors on your face now that I'm seeing you again for the second time after a long time. And like, maybe now these new colors will mean that our love will be new and different. So maybe it will work this time. So I think it could go either way. And I'm super interested to know what you guys think. If you think I'm totally off base, that they are not related at all. If you think that it kind of goes to like the now he's doubting himself and doesn't think certain things that he said are true. Or if he's like, no, this is super true. And now I'm seeing this as like a new opportunity for a potentially like totally new and different relationship with all these new and different feelings that could be wonderful and actually last this time. So either way, I still like that line. So I think it's pretty cool. And then we get like the pre-chorus music again, and I love it because it's totally different from the first pre-chorus. So I love that, and definitely my favorite line in the song. And listen, I am not a glitter fan in real life. Like I don't love having things stuck to me for months and finding random pieces like 20 billion days later. But the line is fantastic. So the line is, glitter washed away, but we still find a piece of it like every other day. I love the metaphor. I love that everything that was shiny and like bright and like just so like wonderful is now gone, right? It's gone. But like every other day we find this like small piece of it, right? To like, yeah, like I just love that, like to remind us of like, oh yeah, oh, remember that? Oh, that was so good. Like I love that image, and that I love it. I love it so much. And again, in real life, I'm not a huge glitter person, but in this song, it just, that idea of like all these shiny, great things that we once had were gone. They're washed away. But like when I see that thing, it always makes me think of that one moment, and it always reminds me. I also love the use of the word like. It makes it sound so like casual and like just like genuine. It's like a conversation that you're having. Yeah, I find a piece of it like every other day. And so I really love that. And I also love the use of we. I think that's a great choice that both of them are finding these pieces, and it's not just like this one me, I'm finding these pieces, or you're finding these pieces. It's both of us. We find these pieces every day. So I really like that. I thought that was really good. And then they have the real pre-chorus again, and then they have the chorus again. And then the music keeps going after the chorus, and they repeat the last line of the chorus 2 times before the bridge starts. And it starts with like ba ba da ba da ba things, and I'm so like totally chopping that right now, and I'm sorry, but love it. I think it's a good, again, it's like you just have all these elements, right? You have the whistle, and then you have these like not lyrics, and like it's so great. And I think that was, again, another really good choice for the song. And so there's a line that's saying, and I could not figure out the beginning, and they didn't post the lyrics online when I had researched the song, so please let me know if you know. I would love to know what the line is. But the line, I'm gonna say, definitely ends with "you're thinking of," so I don't know. But yeah, so then there's like this build of the music, and then it just like totally stops. And this one line, "I believe in life after love," is saying, and then it goes into like this full music and the chorus. But I love that line. I believe in life after love. I think it is just so great. And like, I love it. I love that it's like, yeah, like you can like get past this like terrible thing. But it's also like hopeful too, right? Like I believe that like we can still be functioning together in each other's lives, right? Like we can still live even after we've loved and it hasn't worked or panned out. So yeah, I think that's really cool. I really like that line, and I love that it's not anywhere else in the song except for that one time. So I do really love that. Really like that. And then the music plays, and the chorus repeats, and yeah, and again they repeat the last lines again, and then the last word is kind of sung, and the music fades out, and that's it. Super fun song. Really love the lyrics. A lot of the lyrics just are so great, and I really love like the sailboat metaphor and the glitter metaphor. Really cool. Again, not sure about the colors thing. Please let me know what you think. I'm so interested. And that one line I couldn't understand, but overall, really fun song. Again, I hope this band just like totally blows up. I would love to see them get huge. They're actually going on tour, and I'm so sad I can't see them because I will be in Japan when they come to DC and do their hometown show, and all I want to do is see them headline. And yeah, so I hope they maybe don't blow up until I get to see them headline, like just once in a small venue. But then after that, I want them to get huge, and then I can be like, oh my God, I saw them when they were super tiny. Anyway, let me know what you think. Comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.